You didn't ken. You didn't ken. You just didn't ken. Alright, guys and girls. This is just another wee video here. It's really going to cover something I asked if you maybe wanted in a previous sort of Instagram story. But you're getting it whether you liked it or not. And if you didn't like it, it's like a TV. You can always just kind of turn it off. But seriously though, there was last week I did think about doing another video about men's mental health, because it was Men's Mental Health Week up until yesterday, the 15th. So I don't know what that means. If the 15th is supposed to stop Kevin, or does it just go on? It's like, Ken, like, is it like Black Pride Month? Ken, after the end of that month or whatever, you're supposed to stop giving a fuck. Is it like Pride? You know, once that's finished, you're supposed to, listen, just fucking try to be a decent person and treat other people that like you get treated. That's the way I live my life, and I think it's pretty good. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. That's how I try and live my life. Like everybody else out there, I'm pretty sure you'll have folk that didn't talk to you for reasons you just, you didn't ken. You didn't ken. You just didn't ken, you know. But can you drive it? You would drive yourself mad if you try to think about all that shit and everything like that. But seriously though, so this place I'm sitting in right now used to look like that, and that's it tidy, because before I cleaned up for that, it was a mess. Unfortunately, I've not got the pictures of that, because if you'd have seen it, and the difference for then to now, you'd be like, bloody hell. Because it had shelving, it had props, it had comic books and stuff like that and everything. Whatever, and some of you might go, no, comic books, aye, because, you know, big comic book fan. But there was stuff here that it just had to go, and it went. So, without further ado, I'll get on. So, there we go. Sandbags that I've spoke about before, the ones that I've got, 80, 100, 120. But you can see that there's no sand in them, so I've never really been able to use them. Probably should have had the bloody things to prepare for Scotland's Strongest Man, but I can only do what I can do at the time. So we'll be getting the sand for that imminently, and get another couple of throwing, well, we've got a couple of throwing bags to sort of complement these. So, but if I get the throwing bags in, I'll need something to throw it over, and that's the thing, where am I going to store that? Because maybe people use a sort of yoke and they put extensions onto it. So once you've had the wee tour of the garage, tell me if you can think of anywhere that I can actually put the yoke in, how I could put the yoke. Maybe such a way that it take you in a pair and sort of maybe somewhere. But underneath the sandbags, there's a drop pad. There's another drop pad in the back, got them for BTB sleeves. Same place I got the table from, BTB sleeves. Never used this yet. Stones, go 60 and an 80 in there. Never used the 60, but I've used the 80 a couple of times, done it to shooter a few times. I've got my bars here. So I've got the, can't remember the name, but it's a factory weights bar, the black one, the Olympic bar. Great, I love that for squatting. I've just used it for grip, so just in case my hands are a wee bit shaky. It was fine, it was great. My log, still to really use this properly because I was too busy using the axle bar when I was doing the prep for the comp. So I mean, this bar's great. Still to use this yin, but I've used the Strength Shop one, and this is practically the same. So I'll be fine with that. This axle bar, 11.5 kilo factory weights once fixed. I've had no problem with that when I've been training, taking it out the vac. Just need to take it for the flare in future and sort of get used to getting it up and then twisting it, because that's what I had the problems with comp. And it's quite funny because about a day or two after, Beef was on his Instagram stories talking about that exact thing and how to do it and what have you, and I was like, it's almost like divine intervention sort of thing like that. So it was cool that he was giving that sort of information away without charging people sort of thing. This one here is my Primal Strength deadlift bar. I've only used it once, but loved it. It was really nice. Bit of whipping it, like, but I was unused to. But then again, the plates that I've got was built right up to the end. Need to get some Olympic plates sort of to use with stuff like that, I think. That'll just be time. You know, it'll be one of those things, a future investment in it. On top here, we've got my Cerebus figure 8 straps. There's a muscle shed pair of straps there. The figure 8, they belong to old Sladdy. There's sort of beast traditional yins that are starting to, stuff's coming off. It's not starting to come off, but it's coming off. It's been coming off for a while. Beast Chalk, Cerebus, Tacky Grade 2, Beast Sulks, oh yes, love them, in the house. Cerebus Extreme Wrist Wraps, again, love them as well. So, keep that there. Probably will keep them on the shelf, or something like that. That'd be a good place to keep them, so that I can it's there when I need it, but it's no got to get in the way of me having to take all the shit off if I want to take the bar out and what have you in future. Down here, got the my Duck Walk bar. Pretty sure that's Strength Shop. Positive it is. Got that to help me prepare for the comp at the weekend. And whilst I was training at Flex, I used to take it in, and I used it quite a few times with the 80 kilo sandbag. And then since I had to start training here all the time, just to make sure that I was getting plenty of sleep and getting my work and what have you, and having to, because even travelling just down the road and then coming back and that, just when you start to do a wee bit here and a wee bit there, the time can add up where you could actually kind of had a shower and be in back in your bed sort of thing. The seat here, that's for the rack, so that's when I use for pull downs. It's upside down now just to keep it stored. Celtic Strength Farmers Walk things here, got them for Scott Fraser at Victory. They're great, they're fine, they're brilliant. I've used them, but I've since used the, I think it was it the Strength Shop or the Strength Shop ones? I'm positive it was Strength Shop ones, and they were lovely. So I thought, no, maybe in the future, maybe a future investment. Again, we'll see. It's always got to be as fun as a lull, because you know, got other things to pay, got a family, well, can't exactly kind of, you know, food to put on the table and stuff like that. Got this is a foot plate here for the rack. I'll talk about that in a minute. Mother 2 stones, 100, 120. That's the highest. My stains go up. So if I want to get stronger on the stones, I'm going to have to get heavier stones. Simple as that. I mean, I can go to the wee visitations, wee day trips to other gyms, stuff like that, use their stones at times. And I will, you know, I will. So, but still will have it at home. Let me see, get onto this rack then, I suppose. So, this here, this seat, just take safety bar off, boom, it would go there. And then, obviously, that'd be it. So you pull it here, you can put the right attachment, you can get pull downs and stuff like that with it. The foot plate here, that would go in here. This would be off, this would be off. Bring the pulley all the way down, sit on the floor, boom, go, feet against the foot plate, and you just do cable rows and stuff like that. Great, fantastic, because you've got the pulley system here. You've got one there as well. They go up to about 120, but there's got to be a ratio there, probably 2 to 1 or something like that. Because it does feel a wee bit, it feels lighter than 120. So I have to check the literature, because I didn't exactly look 100% of that, because I thought, am I going to use that hell float? Maybe aye, maybe no. So far maybe used it once or twice, maybe 3 times. Got some accessory, so some things at the back here. My rope stuff there, same over here. See a bit of sort of band, and maybe attachment and stuff. They're fine, they're great. So as I get more, I've got somewhere to put them. A landmine there, so if I ever do the landmine thing, which I've never really, well, this laddie has used it. I might use it for those, stick that one, put something on the bar, use it for those, that was fine. That's it, the J-hooks and stuff. Smith machines on it, so youngest laddie, he's used that because he's just started training obviously, and used it for incline press, and it's great, the new. Can maybe use it for squats sometime. I used to like squatting my Smith machine because it was quite unforgiving at times if you do it properly. So we'll see how that goes. Smith machine, oh, the built-in sort of pull-up bar. Not something I'll use. Oldest laddie uses it. You know what it is. I mean, does what it says in the tin. There was something. Oh, drop pads at the back. Factory weight drop pads for using my log. As you can see, they're nice and shiny. They've never been used. So they will be getting used over the next couple of months, and they'll probably get hammered. Speaker there. Bluetooth. That'll probably get put on the shelf when I put that up. Small as laddies, but we use it in the gym now, so that's great. The bench didn't come with the rack, so I had to buy it separate. Same make, full adjustable, great, love it, does the job. If I ever get dumbbells, I can use it with dumbbells as well. Where the hell I'll put the dumbbells, don't know. I've seen you can get shelves to the back of racks, so maybe do that, keep some dumbbells there. I don't think it'll be a full complement of dumbbells, probably more sort of the heavier ones for the sort of weights that I use, because I've got the other sort of dumbbells I can adjust maybe for like for side laterals and stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes. Plates, now got plates at both sides. I have got bumper plates. Oh Christ, it's quite dark there, can't even though there's plenty of light in here. Got bumper plates, I've got wear plates to, you know, for if you go your progressive overload, so if you just want to even increase like 1 kilo per week, you can do that. I've got the loads of, I'll just show you, the poly, I can't remember what the hell made of, primal plates. They're great for, I'm using them for squatting at the moment, but I maybe need to get, they're 20 kilo ones, maybe you get like a 10 kilo one, maybe a 5, like 2 10 kilos and 2 5s, just for when I'm stepping up, just getting my CNS step up, to my max reps, to my max set, as it were. And the bumper plates of Extreme, they're great, but it does look strange when you're mixing and matching them sometimes. Is there anything else over here that I'm not really... no, I'll come over here then. Leg press, leg curl machine. Love this, you can adjust it. You can do a seated leg press, silly bugger. Thigh extension, leg curl. Seated thigh extension, seated leg curl. That's what I like to use it for at the moment. You can also put the back here down, like that. Do prone, sort of leg curls. You can do sort of sit-ups where you hook your legs in. I've never done that yet, but I might start doing it in the future, because I used to like doing that and then holding an Olympic plate or so, just to get the extra weight when I'm doing it. I used to feel that benefited me greatly. That's the wee sort of, did I say them? That's the sort of old sort of dumbbells that I use, and you can adjust them and put more plates on, and there's, get out that shady, these plates here. So they do that. So I mean, I might fiddle about with this and do some extra things. Don't know if you can do hyper extensions on it. If you can, that'll be fantastic, because I kind of miss that exercise. It's more a case I have to do good mornings now, or sort of stiff leg deadlifts or stuff like that. Up here, I've got my harnesses. So I've got a strength shop harness. So I'll use that probably with sleds and stuff. I've got an old harness here that I used to go for the cherry pickers and things. That'll get used for something. I could pull a truck with that. That's when I was kind of thinking about quite sturdy. If it's got to save my life for a cherry picker, then it'll probably do the job for pulling a truck. Anything else I'm really thinking about here? On this wall, we want to put a sort of big acrylic mirror. So you know the sort of like plastic based type mirrors that can take a dent. I mean, they look like glass, but they'll not break like glass. So something like that there. I've got my t-shirts for competitions framed, get them up on the wall. That'll be quite cool. Above the door, get a shelf. Did I say that? I can't remember. Get a shelf. I've probably done about 30 takes of this. That's what it is. Put a shelf up here. Have put the speaker up on that shelf. Probably put these guys up on the shelf. Put my sort of trophy, the wee sort of kind of Atlas stone thing that I got for the novice comp for the Victory's Strongest back in February up there. And maybe if I pick up any other things along the way, I'll get them on display. Maybe get my certificates up on the wall as well. Eventually I want to get a door here just to come through the hall so I can keep this all locked up, because this here's all secure and it's got about a million different security locks and things and different things, and titanium shit and things that you just couldn't grind. So there's all that. So that's there, but I want to get the back of it insulated. Just get the silver for the insulation stuff. You know, the big sheets that whack all that in there, and then maybe get another big board, whether it be plasterboard or MDF, just cut to the right size, so I can just stick it in, slide it in, and then maybe kind of have it in one bolts or something like that, maybe so I can just bolt it in. And then, so I can easily, if I want to take it off, just unbolt it. That would be maybe the sensible thing, but I'd have to think about it, maybe speak to somebody about what's possible and what's not possible. The floor, because obviously it needs something to deadlift and that. Now, if I move this, and obviously now my shoes sitting there, and I can deadlift, this is where I deadlift here. It's adequate space, plenty of space. And if I take these safety pegs off, it gives me just a wee bit, it sounds strange, but it gives you psychologically a bit more space. I've also deadlifted this way, which was actually really nice and comfortable. So there's that, you know, so you can actually, as it were, you know, because this gets moving, you're deadlifting here, and it's great, it's fantastic. The camera's actually quite deceiving at the moment, because it doesn't even look like, there's actually a lot more space than what you're seeing. It's just the way it shows you, the perspective on the camera, it's a wee bit deceiving. So I think that's that. As I go along, you know, you never know, I might think of something, develop it, but at the moment it suits me down to the ground. The back of that door needs cleaned anyway. I mean, I know you wouldn't see it if insulating the thing away, but just for the sake of it, because I did start it, I got sidetracked, and then I've never got back into it, and a few times I've been through here training and I'm like, better get done. So anyway, and that is pretty much that. You know, it's good here that now I can just wander for the door to my house in. You know, in future I should hopefully just be able to wander through the door in the hall to here. And maybe it'll change, maybe I'll outgrow it, and then we'll maybe get somewhere else, maybe build something at the back. Who knows? There's multiple different things that could happen. You just don't know. But as long as I'm still training and keep going, keep moving forward, that's the main thing. Because if you're not moving forward, you're probably going back the way, because you seldom stay in the middle. And like I said, you know, this is what's good for my mental health. So this is what's here to stay. Anyway, hopefully see you again sometime in a different video. Same bat time, same bat channel. Cheers.